Hello and welcome everyone to another of Totally Online Gaming Group's 5th edition D&D campaigns of the Blackest Heart. We're glad everyone could join us. Hopefully you've seen the pre-show, so you got all the main announcements out of the way. But as always, we have to give a shout out to our sponsor, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. And unfortunately tonight, Jacob is not with us right now. He wasn't feeling well earlier in the day, so he may not be showing up tonight, which I hope he's able to, because this is our 1 year anniversary episode. So, unfortunately, I have to do the Critical Hit Gaming Supplies shout out. Go ahead and check them out. It's just all one word: www.criticalhitgamingsupplies.com. Check them out for dice bags, dice trays, really cool miniatures. And they've actually started printing some awesome dice towers from Fate's End Dice Towers. Those things are amazing, and being that it's our 1 year anniversary for this stream, which technically it was, which day was it there, Eurydice?
24th.
24th. So it was like the day after last stream, something like that, or a couple days after. But this is the one we're celebrating it on, so all right, here we go. And because of that, we are going to be doing a giveaway tonight. And that giveaway is going to involve one of our lovely little TOGG official dice bags, as well as this right here. Okay, so that is our official giveaway prizes. Is that Wizard's Dice Tower? That thing's almost a foot tall. It's pretty awesome. So I hope you guys are going to be here for that. And good luck. Hopefully it's going to be good. But unless anybody else has any other announcements. All right, I think we're good, and my little sound check there was good. So, without further ado, we bring you The Blackest Heart. All right, and we are back. So, recap where we last left off, last session. Diana had been kidnapped by a group that she recognized from some of her bardic knowledge of stories that she's heard as the Seekers, a bounty hunter group that apparently is pretty good at their job. They managed to kidnap her and sent a message to Jacob that, hey, you want to see her alive, be at the old church on the East Bank tomorrow night. Well, the party got that message and immediately started trying to figure out, okay, who are these people, what do we do, and trying to gather information. While Diana was captive, she encountered a couple of the people from the Seekers, and one of them being a very curious and interesting gnome who managed to clean her clothes off for her while she was in them, thanks to a prestidigitation spell. And she observed. And then, upon Jacob sending her a message spell, a sending spell, he was able to get some information from her so that the rest of the party now knows a little bit more about who and what they are dealing with. They made their plans. They rested for the night, so all of you do have a long rest. Make sure if you haven't done so already, you mark that in D&D Beyond. And then as the morning arose, they set forth to figure out what they were going to do for the evening when the time came to meet the Seekers at the old church. So this is where we left off. It is morning time. And, and one other thing. Diana did attempt to gather some help by using the meditation tricks she had been taught over the last several months, and managed to actually contact an old acquaintance of theirs that they met in the desert long, long ago. Soon, the Brass Dragon. In which he responded and then managed to broadcast a message to the party saying, "Hey, if you didn't know, your friend's in trouble. You might want to go save her."
No shit.
I know.
But that's where we left off. So it is morning time, and you guys can do what you will at this point in time.
Well, Eurydice is sharpening all her daggers,
Okay.
making sure they're extra pointy and stabbable.
Stabful.
Yeah,
Stabbable.
Rhogar will head over to the church to pick up his new holy symbol.
Okay. So you head to the Church of Tenebris.
Yes.
Okay. And when you get to the church, once again you encounter Brother Mikkel. And he says, "Ah, you have come back."
Yes, I have.
And what is it we can do for you?
I'm in need of a new holy symbol. I'm pretty sure this Palorian won't work anymore. I chuck it to the side.
Very understandable. He pulls out what looks like a chain that is almost dark as night, and attached on the end of this chain is a disc that is black, yet somehow around the very edges of it, kind of a grayish white light just barely shines. And at one point on the right hand side of it, as you look at it, it seems like there is a pinpoint of extra bright light. As this symbol seems to show the dark of night. And yet, as you look into it, you don't see an endless void, but instead you see everything. Stars, the planets, the heavens, the earth, everything is in this blackness. And it is all in balance. He hands it to you and says, "Welcome, brother."
Thank you. I'm gonna be so edgy now. I heard that word while I was in my travels.
Just remember, to all things there is a balance. And that is what Tenebris wishes us to bring. Balance.
Yes, balance. I have a lot of studying to do.
Well, anytime you need anything, feel free to call on us here, or wherever your travels may take you. You shall always find a House of Tenebris in the larger cities. We have not spread yet to the smaller ones.
Well, I will definitely spread as much as I can.
Excellent.
Doesn't sound right. Yeah, those small towns, yeah, they'll have a new church. Well, I am off to go save an ally who's also an enemy currently, just because of reasons, but like it's not really an enemy. Yeah, I have a lot. See, it's all about balancing. She's an ally and an enemy at the same time. Wow, look at that.
Interesting.
Yes! Tenebris is everywhere.
Did you finally get it fixed?
Yes!
Oh, I thought you were so happy that I was calling you an ally and an enemy. I was like, wow.
I had
Okay.
to go in. No,
That's
you don't
perfect.
I had to go in and manually change the data codes in the fucking thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
But I got it.
Good.
I was like, damn.
Fuck you.
But yes.
Jesus. I don't think she's talking to you.
Jesus, what is
Very
going on?
aggressive right now, woman.
Suck my dick, game.
Oh Lord. Welcome to 1 year. Okay.
Hey, I got it. Be happy.
But yeah, I guess with that, I would
It just
leave.
took fucking forever.
I got things to do today.
Okay.
My
Sorry, I
armor
did not
comes
mean to
today.
suddenly scream in everyone's ear.
No
No,
worries.
okay. It was just really bad timed. I was like, wow, okay.
I wasn't
We
even
hate each
listening, I'm
other.
gonna be honest.
Well, when you hear it back, you'll be like, oh shit, that was bad timing.
Sorry.
But yeah, I would head back since I know that the blacksmith's son is coming with the armor.
Really? Okay. Right. All right. So that's what you kind of did in the morning hours. You headed out. I assumed after breakfast and everything. You headed out to the Temple of Tenebris. You got your new holy symbol.
Mm.
And now, what are you going to do about the one on your armor?
Oh,
It's like
damn it.
part of your armor. What's your plan with that? I mean,
Guess I'm-
just bringing it up.
I mean, I could cast inflict wounds until it's gone.
Just
No,
just
joking.
put some duct
Just
tape
put
over
something
it. It'll
over it.
disappear immediately.
Yeah. For right now, I will wear my my amulet and just like do my best to like keep my head low enough that it hangs over.
The
The image.
chain's long enough. You
Oh,
don't have
thank you. I didn't want to walk around like, oh, what's up, you guys? Sorry, I can't reveal what's underneath this. And then once I get back to where my teammates are, I'll ask them for a strip of cloth or something I could just tie around my armor.
Okay. All right, and Eurydice, you said you were sharpening your daggers. Is that like immediately upon waking up, or you grab breakfast first, or anything like that?
Keep your breakfast first.
Okay. Anything else in the? To speed up how, days go. I'm gonna kind of say, break them up into like 3 sections, kind of like a morning, afternoon, and evening.
Okay.
So that's kind of what you did during the morning, is you went and took care of that, Rhogar. Eurydice, so you're sharpening your knives. Is there anything else in particular you're doing in the morning?
Making sure all of her weapons are ready and all of her spells are ready, and just mentally preparing to fuck shit up.
Okay. Okay.
I know.
What about you, Zeroth?
Actually, I was curious if I could try to contact Mace and see
Mask.
or Mass, sorry,
Yes.
and see if possibly they could help us out.
Okay. And how are you planning on do that? I already know the answer.
So the stone
Okay.
that Mass gave me.
Okay.
Pretty sure I just have to say her name, right? As you
Yeah,
can hear
push
me.
the button on the side.
Push the button on the
It's-
side.
It's a push to talk rock. Okay, gotcha.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead. What do you say?
All right. Hey, Mask. This is Zeroth. I was wondering if maybe you could, if you're still here in town, if you can meet me by the inn. And I've got some things I'd like to discuss with you.
Okay. So that was about 15 seconds or so. And it takes a moment, but then you get a response back, and you hear the familiar voice of the tiefling you met. And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry, Zeroth. We're not in Bennett's Bridge anymore. We're
Alright.
actually on the road, on our way to Asteron. I'm hoping that I can peruse their libraries. There's some stuff I found that I'm still trying, and you know that which I speak."
Alright. Well, I guess I
Any
respond back.
response? Okay.
Alright, that's okay. Just trying to see if maybe you were still in the area. If not, that's alright. Thanks anyway.
Sorry you couldn't be of
I guess.
assistance at this
that's
time. Okay.
No, it's fine. You know, just one of my friends got kidnapped. Completely normal.
All right. Anything else you'd like to do this morning?
Give me a
Also,
second.
you
I
might want to look at Discord.
requires to tell you thing.
Mhm.
So
I
anyone,
don't know. If...
people can talk.
Yeah, I had an idea.
Yep.
I didn't think it all the way
I'm
through.
in a cell and I'm trying to get gracious DM to look at our Discord.
I have. I'm reading through it right now. Okay.
I mean,
So
there's only so much I
Yes.
can do. I'm broke.
so it's
Yeah.
looking like, unfortunately, sorry to say, Jacob is not feeling well at all, and so he will not be here tonight. We've been desperately trying to get hold of him, seeing if maybe he would allow someone else to run his character for the night, but he hasn't been responding. He's probably crashed right now.
So,
Probably doped up on a
Filler?
whole bunch of Sudafed and stuff like that. So,
oh,
I
you said
saw-
filler. I thought you said kill
Yeah.
her. I was like,
no,
wow.
filler.
Okay.
No, like,
Side quest.
doing filler
Side-
stuff until
Side
the
quest.
next session, because, yeah, side quests, because
Well, I
Jacob's a
did see-
really integral part of this.
yes, well, I did see that Eurydice typed in the Discord, "I have an idea."
Yes, and I've sent that idea to you.
Oh, you have now.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were gonna send it to all
Yeah,
of us.
we'd like to
No.
know. I can know. I'm literally
I
trapped in a
wasted
cell, so it's
all
not like I
How
can
I
do
dare
was
you.
shit.
surprises.
How
I
dare
don't.
Medic irony.
Every time you two give me a surprise, I get a heart
Okay.
attack.
Okay. Interesting
you.
idea.
Can you stop
I
screaming?
do-
Our neighbors can hear you.
I do have a question for you, though, Eurydice. Because going through your backstory and everything you've written about this and that we've discussed, I am trying to remember. Do you even know that these people are looking for you, or any?
No.
No, she does not.
So why would so what you put in
They
the
recognize
Discord?
her. And they
So-
are looking.
Yeah, they're looking for her, but she doesn't know that they're looking for her, right?
Yeah, but they would recognize her, and then they
They'd
would
recognize her, but not the other way around. Got it.
Yeah.
Just
She would
making
freak
sure.
out.
Do we get to meet the band of misfits?
Maybe.
Perhaps. Please do me a favor, because I'd have to dig it up. Can you just quick send me that info again?
Yes, I'm
on
sending
them?
you something this time. That's
Good.
just as useful.
Haha.
All right. So,
I actually really like that. I want to go into Eurydice more.
Mm-hmm. Hey now, family channel. We can't. No.
Not what I meant, but okay.
Jeez.
It's not a family channel, guys. Just saying, not a family channel.
No. There we go. I've sent you a thing.
All right, a thing. I like a thing. There it is. That's what I wanted to see. All right, good. Okay, there we go. All right, so and then, sorry, I kind of we got sidetracked a second. Zeroth, did you say you had something else you wanted to do in the morning?
I wasn't sure if anybody wanted to like kind of pair up and probably just go hunting for them. Yeah.
If we're doing side stuff, you could try to help Mask.
Well, she's out of town.
How far is Mask from where we are? Because she's like she was a good distance.
You never asked.
So
It's not.
you could offer to help her.
Okay.
Side quest
Hey.
stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I can try to ask if how far away they are from Venice Bridge.
Okay. Now, I think I sent you information on how the sending stone works. Or did I not send that to you?
Only
don't
like
think
what time?
You never
No.
sent it to him.
I didn't send it
All
to
I knew
okay.
is that there was a rock that I could talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, you get you X amount.
And
of
I
time.
don't even
Well,
know how they
Ja-
work, so.
I am positive that over the course of the last couple days, since you got it, Jacob would have probably cast identify on it, or he would have already known about these things or whatever. But the way sending stones work in this world, in the world of Minot, is they're not like the sending spell. You don't have a limit of 25 words. You have a limit of time. You can use them
Okay.
no more than 5 minutes per 24-hour period. And
Okay.
it only works. They're paired. It only works with the one person that has the matching pair, the matching stone. And you have to have, basically it's like a contract between you two. This is to call Zeroth, and this is to call Mask, and that's all it does. It also will not travel across planar boundaries. This communication. But other than
So,
that, it will
could-
go anywhere in the world.
So could he, like, continue the conversation he was having now that we know that, and be like, hey, where are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Okay. So how much time have I actually used? Because I don't think I've
You
talked
es-
that much.
You estimate that entire conversation was just shy of a minute.
Oh wow. I talk slow.
You talked the first thing right away, you talked about 15 seconds, and then Mask talked almost 30 seconds. And then you talked like another
Okay,
5, and then she
she
talked
talked
another
a lot.
5. Yeah.
Okay. So I've asked the question though. How far away are they? Where are you? Because I don't know a map.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. She says,
Using my imagination.
as I said, we're on the road to Asteron. We left, early this morning. So maybe, I don't know, 5 to 10 miles at this point.
Okay. I was hoping you were like maybe 2 or 3 miles away.
It's probably closer to 5.
They're probably closer to 5 now.
Yeah, it's probably closer to 5 miles than,
Oh,
than
okay.
10. So,
That's still pretty far. How long would it take me to travel 5 miles with my movement speed and all,
well,
all that?
on
yada,
on
yada?
on foot, if you're not, trying to make good time, you figure at a kind of like a consistent, jog, you could probably go 5 miles in like an hour. If you were pushing yourself, then maybe you could make it in like 45 minutes. But I mean, that's like 9-minute miles consistently for 5 miles. Now if you're on a horse, you could probably make it about 45 minutes, with a a good pace on a horse without pushing the horse too hard.
I don't have money for a horse.
But we have a couple
Oh
horses.
man, if only we had somebody who could turn into a horse still.
We do.
I
have
literally, I know the spell Flying Steed. You'd have to wait till tomorrow now.
Mhm.
I've done things. I can't take it back.
And well, I will say this: I will not play Jacob in battle stuff, but I mean he is here, and he can contribute his knowledge of things because he is rather intelligent. And if you're sharing this information with him of, hey, I was maybe wondering to see, what Mask is up to and where they're at, and try to maybe work with them or something or other, then you can tell him that, yeah, I think they said they're like maybe 5 miles outside of town. You can say, he would tell you, well, that's doable if you can convince her to maybe start coming back and you head that direction. I mean, it won't take that long.
Dumb question. How far is Asteron, though?
Astron's a
Yeah.
long way.
Yeah, I don't
So you
Long way.
just
Zerath just be like,
like, that's a
"Bye."
long side quest.
Mhm.
Oh, camera
Leave the
work.
Foxo. Yeah,
It doesn't want to focus.
I think
Oh,
I'm
there it
just
goes.
gonna.
Come on, focus.
I think I'm just gonna chill. Actually, I don't.
Since that's the case, I don't need Tailspire pulled up, do I?
No, probably not. But never know.
The
It's
look
a
of
good visual.
Sheer anger on her face.
Yeah, it's pretty much all on Eurydice to fill the whole entire episode.
No, not necessarily.
All that work I did to fix the fucker!
Hey, at least now you got it working, right?
Could have
So-
done it tomorrow!
Yeah. Anywho, so that's what's going on.
No, I
in the
don't
morning.
think
Yes.
I'd go that far.
All right. So anyhow, that's basically what's you guys have been doing this morning. Which, speaking of which, during the morning when you get back to the inn, oh, something just changed.
Nope.
Oh, there we go. Now everything jumped around, and I get to fix the cameras again. Yay! Okay.
Ooh.
So that everything that's went on this morning, Rhogar, when you get back to the inn and tavern,
Mm-hmm.
as you walk in, the owner of the inn says, "Oh, hey, you're Rhogar, correct?"
Yeah.
Yes, there was a strange package left for you here by a young boy.
It's my dog's clothes.
Your dog's clothes. Okay.
Mhm.
He goes behind the counter and he pulls out what looks like a box that's about maybe 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inch cube. And
Wow.
he hands it to you. He says, "This is it."
Thanks.
And then says, "All right, let me know if you need anything. I mean, we don't get a ton of packages, but there you go. That's what came.
Okay, bye now.
All right."
Rhogar's
So-
like, who is this stranger?
Yeah. Do you do anything with the cube or?
I would take it up to the room and unbox it.
Okay.
An unboxing
What's
video?
in the box?
It's an unboxing. All right. So you go to take it, and when you get up into the room, as you are trying to figure out, you don't see any like hinges or lids. I mean, it almost looks completely solid, except kind of hanging off the side of it. You notice there seems to be a couple little cylinders on the, like if you were holding the cube up flat, there's two little cylinders on each side.
Okay.
So two of the sides have them, two don't, and they're down near like the bottom edge, so to speak. And when you go to like manipulate those or move those around, they end up unfurling into some straps that look like, well, they look kind of like a body harness that would go around an animal.
This I understand. Would call Nightmare to my side and like, okay, let's do this.
Okay. So
Don't pay back.
you start strapping Nightmare up with this body harness, and you notice that as you do so and you tighten the straps, the cube itself, it almost seems like there's no seams that you can see, but it seems to like split into two, so that now it's a 6" by 6" by 3", two of them, which seem to be connected at one edge by a hinge that you couldn't see before, and it kind of lays flat across its back, across Nightmare's back a little bit.
This gnome stuff is very impressive.
And so right now you're seeing what it looks like. It just looks like basically two little boxes kind of strapped onto Nightmare's back. Doesn't look like armor, doesn't look very impressive.
Did I just pay for this? I'm gonna poke one of the boxes.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen.
Activate.
Is Eurydice in the same room?
That's up to you. How did you guys do your rooms?
Yeah, that's my poor puppy is in a box.
Yeah, Eurydice is in the same room, and she's just watching Rhogar try and figure this out. And does she see
No
any-
instructions in the box.
None that he saw.
Does Eurydice see a way to activate it?
All right, with your ungodly passive perception, the bane of my existence.
Nothing could get me.
With your very, very high passive perception, you actually notice that as he's strapping this on, there looks to be, from the part that split open, it kind of came open. What's the best way to think? Think of it like a square-edged Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
I can't even imagine
And
that.
the interior of that Pac-Man mouth, as it kind of strapped it down, even though that was going to be against Nightmare's body, you noticed on either side there seemed to be some kind of weird runes carved in.
Okay, well, Eurydice isn't gonna say anything. She's just gonna look. She's just gonna. You having trouble, buddy?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I have to go to the blacksmith real quick.
And Eurydice will just laugh. And she's like, "I'll go with you," because she wants to see. She wants to see this. How this works.
I mean, could I attempt to investigate this?
Sure, make an investigation check.
Oh man, dice don't fail me now. Okay, 15.
Okay, so as you're investigating it, you actually lift it up off of his back a little bit. You kind of loosen the straps, and you actually see these weird runic symbols. Let me ask, what languages do you speak?
Speak Common and Celestial.
You're not sure what this is.
What about Eurydice? She speaks Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, Infernal, Thieves' Cant, and Undercommon.
You're not sure what language this is.
I tried.
What do gnomes speak?
Gnomish?
Is that like a language all in of itself? I thought gnomish,
Yes, it
like
is.
the writing was something else.
Nope. Gnomish is its own language.
Hmm.
Because I know with like, I want to say it's Sylvan is written in Elvish.
Yeah, but Gnomish is its own language
Okay.
entirely.
Twas not sure.
You know what, Nightmare? You just take the day off. Guard the fort. Play with your new box.
Okay, and he just kind of walking
Eurydice is
around.
Nightmare and just like press the 2 little runes to see what happens.
Well, don't kill my dog.
Nothing.
Damn.
Huh. Wait, what spells do I know? What spell would help me right about now? None of these. I have
Wait,
all
can't-
attacking.
Even though technically he's in quote unquote stasis, couldn't Jacob use Identify?
Oh,
If it was a
Nightmare.
magical object.
oh, yeah, it's not. Is it
No.
magical?
Okay.
Are runes
Oh, you
magic?
could... You don't know.
Jacob, I'm gonna come to you.
I'm like a
Yes. What can I do for you, Rhogar?
Identify.
I love how he got like sassy with Jacob's voice. Like,
Make him sassier.
make him sassier.
Could you...
And this is why they've never gotten together. Jacob's secretly gay.
Jesus.
While Roger's doing that, can Eurydice like make an Arcana check on those runes?
Sure. Roll for it.
I mean, I would have tried that. Oh,
So
thank
it's
you.
Nice.
26.
A 26. Okay.
Damn. I can never.
Doesn't
reach
seem
that.
to be any kind of magical language that you know of.
Well, shit.
Oh wait, Jacob, my friend, do you know comprehend languages?
I believe he does. Hold on one second. Let me.
Doesn't she?
Or do you know Gnomish by chance?
Wait one. I have to open his sheet real quick.
Do I know? I know comprehend languages.
Nope. He does not know. He does not know Gnomish. And does he know comprehend languages? I do not see that. And I am not seeing... Oh, he does have the linguist feat. Nope, that didn't get him Gnomish, though. Okay,
Wow.
so nope.
Okay.
He
Oh my
does not have
gosh.
comprehend languages or...
How does
Or
ritual
Gnomish.
casting work?
it just adds 10 minutes onto the casting time, and it does not use up a spell slot.
If only we knew a gnome.
I mean, do I have to have it prepared?
No.
Oh, I know comprehend languages.
I mean, that's kind of what ritual casting is all about.
Yeah. I'll hey, Tenebrous, you're about to really help out. Thanks. Yeah, I'll pull out my amulet. Oh, yeah, I'll pull out my amulet. I'll set it down. I'll light some candles, and then I'll put them out. I was like, oh damn,
Eurydice is
damn
gonna watch,
Paylor.
just see if this fails because she's entertained by Rogar's suffering.
I mean, the odd thing is Rogar's not suffering. He's just like, this is killing time. We have all day.
I know, but it's funny, so she's happy about it.
Yeah, so yeah, he'll place down his little his amulet, begin praying over it, and I guess spend 10 freaking minutes praying
Mm-hmm.
as hard as he can to comprehend languages.
Okay. So, as you sit there, and you allow the light and then the dark as you blow out the candles to kind of mingle together for a moment, you find yourself drifting in that in-between space between light and dark. in your thoughts. Excuse me. And as you start concentrating on this and you reach the end of your spell, it's as if the words flow into your mind as you look upon these runic symbols and realize it is the writing of the gnome Tinkerer in Gnomish, because that's what he does. And it's instructions.
Oh, grand.
It says,
I guess.
it says to strap this onto the back of your animal, and then it says, due to the description you gave of it expanding in size, as it does so, the straps will pull, unlatching a mechanism on the inner workings of my of my armored Duhikamadon,
Don't. I'm sorry.
and will unleash the armor set
The Kraken.
as it has the that's the sound it makes, crack. Will unleash the armor upon the enlarged form.
Oh. Cool. I'm not in the mood to burn a spell slot right now to test this. Nightmare, yeah, you still got the day off. Go sneak in the other room and eat some owl bear meat. No one will notice.
Alright, so you just kind of point over to the pile.
Yeah.
Just random meat pile in the corner. No, it's you guys actually did, wrap it up and try to preserve it, probably with salt and stuff like that.
Don't eat too much salt.
If you kind of point that out, you'll notice that one of the packages already does have the kind of paper torn off on one of the corners, and there's definitely some of this owl bear meat that has been chewed upon, and in fact a bone that was left in, and like the bone and meat is sitting on the floor next to it and got lots and lots of teeth marks on it.
Oh, good.
Okay, you deserved it. You fought hard today.
My poor owlbear mate.
Yeah, I'll just sit down next to Nightmare as he chews on the bone. I'll pet him.
Okay.
'Cause I like animals.
Don't
not
encourage
people.
bad behavior.
Oh no, you're a good boy. You're the best boy. Eat other people's food. We'll pay for it later. Don't worry. Yeah, but I think that's all. Because the rest of my plans involve creating a whole entire new church underground. So yeah, I don't see that happening anytime soon, since the people are still underground.
Yeah. Do you want to go to the path and say hi to
No, we can't. No, we're banned. By the way, we're banned until we come back with the elf and we're not really banned. He just said don't come back until you have those two things. So I don't think it'd be the best thing.
properly?
I don't know. I know. I don't want to piss him off. It seems kind of cool.
See, this is why I don't care if I piss people off. she's gonna head to the path.
Oh dear God. I'll fucking follow.
Well,
Like,
I guess
someone's
Daryl's
got
going
some-
hunting by himself.
Zero. I don't know if I can. I can lie pretty good. Hey, Zero, can you follow me really quick? Actually,
yeah,
no,
I
don't. They
can.
saw your face. No, never mind.
All right.
Sorry, didn't mean to
It's
get
like
your
I caught their dock on fire, but
Yeah, never mind. You're
the only
just stand out.
8-foot-tall Goliath in the area.
Alright. So, I finally found what I was looking for. Good. So, when... Excuse me. So when you are casting that spell, by the way, Rhogar.
Uh-huh.
Eurydice, you said you were in the same room,
Yeah.
and as you're watching him perform this spell with your high and mighty perception, passive perception, you also notice this new medallion that he's wearing around his neck. And
Womp womp.
I thought it was going to be something cool.
for a moment, something tickles the back of your memory. You catch the briefest of glimpses of an old woman. You're not sure who she is to you, but she seems familiar. And it's a pleasant memory. And she wears around her wrist a little bracelet, and off the end of the bracelet is that exact same symbol.
Cool.
And then you kind of
Fun?
you have that in your mind for just a second, and then it fades away as if it was never there.
Oh.
But with a
So-
faint thread of there's something about that.
She
I
recognizes
can't remember
the
what.
symbol, but she doesn't know where.
Exactly.
Okay.
I gotta write that down.
Just staring at me while I'm praying.
Did you just look at the GIF he shared?
Yes, I did.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to find the beginning of that sequence where he starts to think,
Oh, yeah.
but the
Brain
computer
blast.
didn't load anything, and I accidentally clicked the wrong one. So hey, that one loaded just fine.
Man, I hope we don't get in trouble going back here.
So you two are heading off towards the Path's hideout.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Zeroth, you're gonna head out to try to get some hunting done?
I'm thinking of either hunting and or trying to tame a animal.
Okay.
You need to cut too?
I don't have good animal I don't have a proficiency in animal handling. It's just a +0, so I said that's why I'm trying.
Okay.
I am more animal than you.
Well, you are the
Hey, must
animal
now-
master.
Yeah, I only have a +1. God.
An owl bear is a pet.
Owl bear was a
I'm trying to get an owl bear.
monstrosity.
Find an owl bear cub, steal it, and raise it.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound sadistic as fuck.
You can easily kill the mother.
That's basically what humans do to other creatures anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Might as well.
So,
And here, you have an owl bear pelt. You can trick it into thinking you're like one of its own. It'll just immediately.
You know, I've thought of that, but you know, hearing you say it out loud just makes me sound so fucked up. Because in my brain, that sounded like pretty nice.
I'm wearing the carcass of your
I was
dead
like,
mother.
yo, I killed
Love
your mom.
me.
I'm gonna raise you.
You would definitely be a monster, so you would fit the role.
No, from that baby's perspective, I just slaughtered your mother, and now I'm gonna keep you. And you don't know if I'm gonna kill you.
Do it.
well, if Nightmare keeps eating
like
all
an
the
arch.
all the meat,
Clubbing
yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to
baby
get the
seals.
owlbear meat from somewhere. So, I mean, sorry, baby. No.
Get an owl
Hey,
bear
does
cub.
it taste familiar?
Yep.
Do it.
So, as
Do it.
as you head out into the city, and you know you're leaving the inn, you guys are taking your turn to start going towards where the docks are, and Zeroth, you're actually headed in the other direction in order to get to the quickest way to get to the side that's closest to the bank of the river and therefore the woods.
Okay.
And as you guys are doing that, Diana. So
Yes.
you wake up not because of sun coming through a window, because there are no windows in this room, but to the sound of a lock and then the door opening and light coming in through the door and shining across you as you kind of lay there with your arms still kind of outstretched in these weird manacles hooked onto the wall. And you see once again this elf woman walk in her simple gray robes, sit down in the chair, and just stare at you for a bit.
Is this how today's gonna go? I just get stared at again instead of sniffed everywhere?
She kind of takes a breath in, breathes out almost in a sigh, and just says, I don't know why you won't admit what we already know.
That would require you to tell me what it is you're looking for instead of cryptic questions.
I already told you. Where are the knuckle bones and the tablet?
Look, I keep track of everything, okay? That wasn't my job. I just sat there and looked pretty. You really think I actually had any hand on how to do shit? Have you met me? Clearly you have if you've been tracking us for a while. Most I know how to do is scream, get naked, and find coin.
She doesn't seem to crack a smile or frown. Her just seems very distant. And says coldly, while I do not wish you to get naked, I do not wish that upon anyone in a forced manner. If you continue this ruse, that may be called for in order to acquire the knuckle bones and the tablet from you.
You know, Redstone isn't above rape.
Our employer has not requested that, nor would we have accepted those terms.
And yet, you're willing to forcibly strip a woman down even though she's already told you jack shit. Because again, I wasn't in charge of keeping track of shit. Do you know how many hands those things have gone through?
That is not part of my job to know.
Wasn't part of mine either. There are so many component pouches and spell books and random assortment of shit that we have had to deal with and gather and talked to over the course of who knows how long. You really think I cut track of all of it? Really?
I 100% believe you do. Especially since we know they are on your person.
If they were on my person, you'd think I would know that?
Yes, which is why you need to give up this ruse.
I have told you. I didn't keep track of things.
At that, she does crack a very slight smile. Kind of shakes her head. Very well. Stands up and turns around and walks out.
I voiced in my head as I read it.
Jeez.
And I said no, you know, like a liar.
So she
Oh, dear lady.
she gets up and turns around and walks out the door.
Can I at least have
Close it.
food?
The door closes behind her. Once again, the room is dark as no candles were lit. A short while later, though, give me a perception check.
$24.
Okay, so you hear footsteps coming, what sounds like down a hallway towards the door. It opens up, and you see a familiar little figure who walks in, carries it in a tray, sets it on the little table, waves his figure around, and then light appears in the candle and poof, it alights. Sets that to one side, closes the door, and then picks
One
up the
question,
tray
though.
and brings it over to you and goes and
I
sits
do
on
like-
the bed.
I have a question really quick because I'm curious about this and I forgot to ask this last session.
Mm-hmm.
How can an animal smell something through a magical bag?
You don't know that that's what they were smelling.
'Cause I'm
I have an
curious.
answer for it.
Smelling the dew on the knuckles.
You don't know.
Well,
that
because
that's
here's
what
the
they were
thing:
smelling.
the knuckleballs are in the bag of holding, and the bag of
Mhm.
holding is essentially its own plane of existence, quote unquote.
Right. And as far as you know, that is not possible. So it must have been something else.
Can I roll to see if I would know what that was?
Give
Or if
me
they're
a
lying?
Give me a straight wisdom.
I have to pull it up. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. And as
I
a
got a
reminder, everyone still does have advantage.
Woohoo!
I got a 22, which was a nat 20.
Okay.
Now,
So-
whether you're gonna let me know it or not is a different question.
So, you figure that, you know, with my own sense of smell, I can smell a lot of things, including kind of whether people are lying or telling the truth, or what their mood is. Maybe. I mean, it is a were creature, so it does
Then
have
shouldn't
that
I have been
animal
rolling
smell.
deception?
Had to change your pheromones.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
shouldn't I have been rolling deception?
You don't know if that would have helped or not. I mean, you can, but this is something that this is what you think it may have been, but you don't know for sure. This is the only thing that you are able to reason is the actual cause or the actual thing where they may know. The only other thing you can think of is if they do know, that might have been the way. Or they're bullshitting. You're not sure which.
For that sense, shouldn't I have rolled insight?
You're not sure. You didn't ask to roll insight.
You also didn't have me rolling deception, so...
Yeah, well,
Has any of the people you ever smelled roll deception?
not always. It all depends on what's going on at the time.
Roll deception
I wouldn't
against
know if he
you.
rolled deception. He only ever has me roll insight to counter it.
Mhm.
So I don't know if they're rolling deception or not.
Still, a lot of it is funny.
Mhm.
That's right.
Like I said, this is what you think. Or I should say, this is what Diana thinks. She's not sure.
Salty now.
When are you ever not salty? Because you're salty a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, Diana's gonna look at the gnome and just be like, so, just to make sure I have my ducks in a row, Redstone hired you guys, a very well-known mercenary group, over Knucklebones.
It is not my place to say anything. That's up to the boss.
You do realize that the likelihood of me actually knowing where the things are, because again, the amount of pouches we deal with in a day.
I don't know. Again, this is
Buried it
I
somewhere.
let the boss deal with all that stuff. I just follow orders. I was told to bring
Which-
you food.
And you don't find it even slightly unsettling that they would forcibly derobe someone?
Not when you're searching for stuff. That's just how things go.
Yeah, that's not how things work.
When you're dealing with criminals,
'Cause-
yes it is.
What?
You're a
You-
criminal.
Backtrack. What do you mean, criminals?
You stole stuff. That makes you criminals. Hence why we were contacted. We're bounty hunters.
Out of curiosity, did she show any proof of purchase and ownership of the item?
Look, again, all that
No,
stuff is
if you're
handled
gonna
on
call
my
me a
boss's
criminal
end.
and say that I stole something,
All that
was
stuff is
there
handled on
proof
me.
that she
That's-
owned it?
That's not my department. You would have to ask the boss about that.
Because saying that somebody's a criminal over something, if you don't have proof that you owned it to begin with, like, really?
Also, I'm gonna say right here, Diana would know this much, that receipts really aren't much of a thing in the
Oh,
the
she's
fantasy
asking for
world.
receipts.
Yeah,
She's
they
gonna
aren't-
stretch this.
Yeah, but they aren't really much of a thing. You would know that. So the odds of someone having a receipt for something is rare. You can still
Which-
ask for it, and
now-
it's possible for things that are very expensive. That, you know,
Like ancient knucklebones?
yes, but you don't know if they did in fact actually have any of those.
And it stands by her thought process is, if you're gonna call me a criminal and say I stole something, show me the proof that you owned it to begin with.
Again, not my department. And I didn't own it. You'd have to ask the boss about that.
Then can I talk to them after I eat? And I'm curious, how am I supposed to eat with the food over there and me shackled to the wall?
Yeah, well, if you'd heard, he brought the tray over to you.
Oh, it
And-
sounded like he said it on the desk.
Well, he did, so he could light the candle, and close the door, and then he picked the tray up and he walked over to you, and he actually sets it on the chair, which is right up to you, which means your hands can actually get low enough to actually get at the food. But then if you're trying to lay down your
Chains,
arms,
are we talking?
the chains aren't super tight, but they are like connected to the wall. So like if you lay down on the ground to try to sleep, your arms are going to be kind of, up in the air because that's the limit of the chains. But that only puts, your hands are still only about 1.5 feet, 2 feet from the floor, and the top of the chair with the food on it, that's basically the extent of the chains as well. And now if you
So
stand
she
up,
actually has enough room to kind of like maneuver.
yeah, if you stand up,
Okay.
yes. Or even if you're sitting, you get a little more movement with your hands.
Okay, but can she smell it to see if it's drugged?
Sure. For you, because of your chemo sense, I'll say that's an insight. So you can roll that as insight.
Oh, advantage. I got a 19 and a 17.
Okay. You don't think that there's any poison or anything in there. And it smells pretty good, too. It's simple. It's fairly simple, but it looks good. Looks like there's a nice, couple fresh rolls. There seems to be some kind of a stew in a bowl, and then there's a cup there, and looks like maybe that's some kind of ale or mead.
So Diana is, as she's eating, she's gonna look at the gnome and she'll be like, "Look, in regards to the knuckle bones, I don't know what pouch or where they were put in. I wasn't the one who kept track of it. In regards to the tablets, I really don't know who had that one because the only person who could read them was the blind one in the party. So I have no use to be carrying it on my person."
The wizard. Yes, I
Yeah.
see. That makes sense.
The one who I'm pretty sure is having a panic attack right now.
Yes, that would seem to be how he was. Yes. Interesting, that Jacob. Alright.
So
Enjoy your food.
can I talk to whoever the fuck it is now?
I will let her.
Like, I enjoy talking to you. I'm just really curious as to the whole criminal without proof of blah 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 blah.
I will let her know that you wish to speak.
And can we avoid the tiger because he's really creepy? I don't like being sniffed against my will. It's weird. I know it's a kink for some people, it's not for me.
You'll have to forgive Kale. I mean, teenage boys and hormones.
Ha! He's how old?
17.
And you are letting a 17-year-old tiger, a child, travel with you to be a mercenary. Are you insane?
Not a 19-year-old.
Most people at that age are already like doing shit like that.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Yeah, some
I
might
began
say
my
that
travels when I was
sometimes.
15.
Some might say that sometimes. But
Eurydice barely just come of age by elf standards, so.
How you let the 17-year-old tiger sniff the matured fox and you thought that was a good idea?
not my department.
They're great.
I love this guy. He just passes the blame so easily.
Alright, so he sits there and just waits while you finish your food, and then politely takes the food away, or takes the tray away and everything, and puts the chair back, and then hustles out of the room. Now, while all that was going on, so you have taken your turn towards the forest there, Zeroth. And you've spent your time walking out into the woods. is there any animals in particular that you are attempting to hunt for and or find to try to befriend and train?
Well, maybe an owlbear.
Maybe an owl.
Um, I was actually thinking of maybe trying to get a bird, maybe like a hawk or something. That way it's like, you know, have a little hunting partner.
Okay, so you're attempting to get a bird interested in coming close to you and then trying to gain its trust.
Yes.
Okay.
I
So
don't know how well this is gonna go.
all right, so first off, I'm going to say give me a survival check as you are attempting to find tracks or sign of whatever type of bird that you are looking for.
Okay, I got a 21.
Okay. So, as you are looking around, you actually hear in the air a kind of a screech sound that seems to kind of be swooping past overhead. You know, it's up in the trees a little bit as you kind of see the movement of what you think looks like some kind of small hawk or falcon.
Okay.
And it seems to be heading off away from you. It kind of flew over where you were. And you see it dive down probably about 40 feet away from you and snatch a small rabbit in its talons and then
Okay.
fly up into the boughs of a tree. You can't see exactly where it went, but you think it's probably somewhere in a tree that's about 30 or 40 feet away.
Okay. And it just nabbed one rabbit?
Yep.
Okay. Are there any other rabbits in the area?
Give me another survival check.
Alright.
Can you hear him?
Hear who? The dog?
Hello?
I
can
can
you
hear
hear
you
me?
now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yes.
So, you do find some rabbit tracks, and you realize it as you're following them along that, oh, wait. Okay, that was obviously from that rabbit that falcon just snatched. Because I see them
Okay.
here. They seem to be going this way, but then they turn and they head out. Yeah, that was from that rabbit. So you know that there's at least that one that was around. You just don't
Okay.
know if there's any others.
Okay. Trying to think about how to
I
tame
will-
a bird.
I will say this: you do have advantage from. Who gave you advantage? That would have been Klein had given you advantage. You still have that. You haven't
Right
used
on.
it if you want to use it.
I kind of forget on how advantage works. Like,
You just roll another d20 and add your modifier, and then you take whichever one of the two is the highest. So 9 is probably not the
Okay.
highest. So if you use your advantage, then you might get better than 9.
okay. And then that's to detect to see if there's any other rabbits in the area. Because I'm trying to use
Yeah.
a rabbit to kind of lure it towards me, I
Okay.
guess. Did my audio cut out?
Nope, I still hear you. I can hear you typing.
Yeah, everybody's frozen.
Oh. I think you're the frozen one because I'm still seeing
You
everyone else
frozen.
moving around. And I just
Oh.
saw Diana just dropped out completely.
Yikes.
Which jumps around all the video feeds, but, you know. We'll deal with that in a moment.
We might have lost both of them.
Possibly. Alright, while we're waiting to see if what's going on there. Internet difficulties, yep, okay. So while we're waiting to see what's going on there, Rhogar and Eurydice, so you are making your way over towards the path. Ah, now they're coming back, and of course everyone's cameras are jumping into different positions. Yep, they're all over the place.
I don't know if anybody can see me.
Nope, your camera's not on.
How do I turn it on?
So we're having internet
Yeah.
issues trying
Yeah.
to.
There we go. Now everyone's back where they belong. Good deal. Okay, so
You're good.
all right, so as you two are heading towards the path, well, actually, since he's back, did you decide to roll with advantage or no?
No, I'm good for the moment.
Okay. So you're out there hunting. How much longer do you want to spend out looking around?
What time is it currently?
Let's say,
mid-afternoon?
yeah, it's kind of mid-afternoon, yeah. So maybe around like 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Okay. I'm gonna hunt for about another 4 hours.
Okay.
No, I'll probably call it.
Okay. Are you gonna continue along the same thing that you're trying to do? Still see if you can find some rabbits or something like that to try to coax this falcon?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and keep looking for rabbits.
Alright, so I will say go ahead and roll survival and roll it
I got a 19.
basic. Okay, there you go. So after an hour of searching around, you finally do find more rabbit tracks, and what you kind of suspect is, based on the number of them, that it is leading up to a rabbit warren, and there's probably several of them there that are around there. And if you
Okay.
are just patient and take your time, that you'll probably be able to, bag several of them if you wish. If you're only looking to get one, then you're probably within half an hour of being patient and waiting and quiet. You'd be able to get one. If you continued for the entire 3 more hours, then you'd be able to bag basically about one every half hour.
No, I only want to try to get one to try and coax the
Okay.
bird down.
Okay, so you go ahead and manage to get a rabbit, and it takes you another half an hour, like I said, as you're kind of waiting and being patient and quiet. And then, what do you do?
Can I physically see one or
Oh no, you got one.
I already got one. My bad.
Yeah. It took you about another half an hour of being patient and waiting, and then as soon as it was, a good clean shot, you took a bow and arrow and snapped it up quick.
Right on. Yeah, I'm gonna try and walk on over to the to the base of the tree and kind of skin the rabbit. That way, I can kind of get more of the blood scent kind of out, so the bird might smell it.
Okay. So, as you're doing that, what other things are you doing to try to entice this falcon?
At first, I may just start making noises, try to get its attention. I don't know what kind of noises you would use to attract a bird,
Tweet!
especially a hawk. I'm not gonna go
Tweet!
call. Get
Tweet!
the crow, y'all. um,
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
I could just see a barbarian
Yeah,
out there going, tweet!
I'm gonna be kind of like holding up some of the meat too, just trying to see if maybe the bird will come over.
Okay.
And at that point, I'll probably just kind of calm down and kind of just hold the meat, kind of staring at it. That way, I stop looking like a spaz, so it might come near me.
Okay. Alright, so it notices you. I need you to try to roll persuasion.
Oh, I've got a -1 in persuasion. I got a 3.
A 3. You do have advantage if you want to use that.
Yeah, I'll do. I'll use the advantage on this one.
Alright. So I will mark that off there. Okay. And
Got a
did you get?
1. I got a 2 -1.
Oh, jeez. It got worse.
No bird for me.
Alright.
That is
So-
the birds attacking me.
It actually screeches and hops up a few branches further into the tree. And it's hard to see it now. Before, it was maybe about 20 feet up in some of the branches, and you could kind of see it. But now it went further up into this tree, and it's harder to see because of all the branches and the leaves that are in the way. And so you're not sure what it's doing up there now. It's could be watching you, could be ignoring you, you're not sure.
After that, I understand it. Just saying, no, screw you, dude. I'm ignoring you. I'm good. Just moving on.
Okay. All right. So we'll come back to you in just a little bit. Rhogar and
Cool.
Eurydice, as you are heading towards the path's hideout, you're heading down the street, and a little ways down, let's see. You see a half-elf that seems to be almost making a beeline towards you. Not in a hurry, but he's staring at you through some really weird-looking goggle-type things on his face, with his curly brown hair kind of cascading over his ears that are just poking through enough for you
Shit-eating
to,
grin on your face.
yeah. And he's got this big tool belt. It almost seems too big for his small frame, with all these things. And as he's walking, I mean, it's like jangling and clank, 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 clank. And he's just walking straight towards you, Eurydice. And he
Okay.
stops right in front of you. And he's just staring at you for a second. And he picks the goggles up, looks at you, and he goes, "Wait a minute. Is it really you?
She's just blinking.
Did we actually find you?
She
Oh
punches
my
him.
god!"
She punches him in the face, and then she bolts.
Okay, roll an unarmed strike attack.
Rhogar's not ready for this.
25.
25. You deck him right in the jaw, and he kind of whips his head around. And Rhogar, you've seen some fights. You've seen some fights before. You've seen some amazing things happen in battle. But this is the first time you've ever seen like a 5 foot nothing elf, just with, I mean, you've seen her fight. She's good at what she does, but this was like the hammer fist out of hell that hit this guy. And he just kind of twirls for a second and falls over. He is out cold.
Oh my god.
And you see Eurydice, after she threw the punch, didn't even wait to see what happened. Took off. And you're just now standing there.
She didn't pay attention to which way she went, she just ran.
Okay. And
You guys can't see what I see, which is the two of them wrestling on the couch with a little hedgehog.
Aww.
Uh,
Ah, too far.
I guess I would just
as you're standing there, Rhogar,
just confused.
as you're standing there, you see a Goliath and a human kind of rushing over from another street as they go, Orion, are you Orion? And they stop, and the Goliath is like kneeling down next to this half elf, kind of half picks him up and like kind of trying to smack him gently on the face, but his hands are as big as this guy's head, and he's like, wake up, wake up, wake up, and he's like, you're not sure if it's making it worse or better.
Do you want me to? I don't know if your friend needs to be healed. I don't feel like that was a killing blow. It was like it was a really good punch, but like.
But just can you wake him up?
I mean, if one of my friends died because of this, you owe me so much. I'll place my hand on his. I'll mage hand my hand on his jaw, and I'll use my healing hand. Heal him for 9 hit points.
All right.
I know she doesn't punch that hard.
All right, so he kind of, as the energy flows into his body, which you're now noticing that you can feel the energy flow through you, and it doesn't feel cold, it doesn't feel warm, it just feels like almost a wisp of wind and essence coming through your hand into the other person.
It feels balanced.
And he snaps awake. And he's like, what the? Wait. And he looks up and he sees you and he's like, thank you. Guys, it's Aralia. What? It was Aralia.
Who?
And they go, where? Is it? I think that way. And he points.
You mean my friend?
He points in a direction, and they're not even listening to you at this point. As soon as he said Aralia, the Goliath basically picks him up, picks his half elf up, and kind of throws him over his shoulder, and starts running in that direction. The human. The human goes, I'll go get I'll go get Lee and Agni, and runs off in another direction. And they're, before you even realize it, I mean, they're quite a ways away. It's like they're just booking it. And give me a perception check.
Little do you know she's hiding behind a barrel somewhere.
10 feet away.
This perception's not looking so good. What do I add to it? +1, 6.
6. If you want, If you want, you can use your advantage that Queen Kaya gave you.
I'm gonna save that for our combat scene.
Okay.
Actually, nah. Yeah, no, I'll keep the 6. It makes sense. I'm
Okay.
confused.
Yep, you are. You're very, very confused. I also need a perception check from you, Eurydice.
Okay.
Okay.
28.
28. Okay. I mean, you would have probably noticed it in passing anyway, because
Yep.
your passive perception. But you really notice it now. As you took off, you had a head start, and you were running, but everything did happen very, very, very quickly. And you kept checking back over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw those other two show up. Rhogar heal this guy, and then what happened there? They're ways back. But when the group split, neither of them went in the direction you went.
Oh, good.
They completely just, Orion was like, I think that way, pointed in some random direction, and I mean he had just got clocked. So, and that's where he and the Goliath went running, and then the human took off, basically back in the direction that he and the Goliath came from. So,
Eurydice, seeing that they are gone, will go back over to Rhogar.
okay. As when you stop and realizing that they took off in the wrong directions, and you stop for a second to turn around and start walking back towards Rhogar, you all of a sudden, in the back of your mind, do I know them? Why do they feel familiar? And then you kind of shake it off and it's like, no, can't be. And you head towards Rhogar.
And then she's gonna grab Rhogar's arm and she's gonna be like,
No,
"Rhogar,
you
let's
scared me. You touched me.
start to touch his armor, not his arm."
Okay. I just heard arm, and I was like, no, please.
And she's just gonna like grab his palm and just be like, "Come on, we're leaving."
And as you are continuing walking towards where the path is, you hear a voice in your head. And you just hear the words, "Forget! Forget!" And that little bit of familiarity feeling that you were still hanging on to, seeing those faces, it's gone. You don't even remember hearing that voice a second ago.
So, why did you punch them? Him?
I don't know.
Huh. That's cool. It was a very good punch.
Because I'm pretty sure I was just a... So, yeah. Probably stole something from him and found me. And, you know.
Probably. You did really good. Your name that you gave him, very good.
What name did I get?
I mean, Aralia? Was that it?
As Rhogar says that name, you don't hear that name. You hear, "Forget."
Oh, gosh.
Oh, damn.
Give me a wisdom save.
A save? Okay.
You are 5 feet next to me, or 10 feet next to me. You do add +5 to it.
Oh, very handy.
Yeah, gotta love a paladin being
What was
near
that?
you.
I got a 26 because I rolled a 14 and I've got +7, so it was a 21 and then plus.
So you have 26. So you actually hear the name at the same time as that word "forget." You hear the name Aralia.
I I was right.
And as you hear that name, you also start to realize, wait a minute. That who's telling me to forget? Why am I'm supposed to be getting memories back, not losing them? What the hell's going on? And you start to get suspicions of something working against you and that missing time from your past. Something is blocking it on purpose.
Mm-mm. You need to talk to your demon daddy. This is not okay. Or demon
right.
mama. Who
And
knows?
on that note, we're going to go ahead and do our giveaway now.
So, can I just say, a second ago, what you saw Nick doing, he realized Minotaur is a playable race.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to be one.
So is a giant elephant. So, he's
Yes,
sitting
a
over here going,
loxodon.
I can headbutt people. So he got really excited.
All right, so we're going to do our giveaway. So for those of you who have stuck with us and are here in the chat, we're going to have a keyword that if you want to participate in the giveaway, you go ahead and enter this keyword. And this keyword is going to be forget. And so that keyword is now entered in. So go ahead and type in chat the keyword forget. And we will let that stew for a little bit so that anyone who is in there, and sorry, I think, yep, you just have to type forget. You don't have to put an exclamation point or anything, I don't think. So, all right, so anyone who wants to be involved in that giveaway, go ahead and type that in. And we'll, like I said, we'll let that kind of sit there and stew for a little while. And as that goes on in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so, then we'll actually roll the giveaway to see who our winner is going to be of the wonderful dice tower and an official TOGG dice bag. All right, so let's see, where are we? Okay. I'll answer your question in a little bit. We'll talk about that afterwards, Diana, because there's reasons. All right, so. All right. Okay, so we do have a couple people entering. Very good. All right. Right now, there is very, very good odds because not very many people are entered in yet. So for those who have entered in, you have a very, very good chance. Anyone who hasn't entered in yet, all you have to do is type in the word forget, and that'll enter you in.
Patron parent.
Yeah. Like, oops, I don't know their gender.
Did you just assume my patron's gender?
I just assumed everyone has a demon daddy. Or a demon mama.
Also, I'm asking this because I'm curious. I probably can't.
Mm-hmm.
How much gold are we talking that they're being paid?
You haven't asked them, and they haven't said.
No, the reason I'm asking is because is there even like a point in Diana debating paying them off herself?
Again, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
You have to, if you want information, you have to ask for it and try to get that information. Not me as the DM, but Diana asking them. You're a bard. Your job is persuasion and...
No. My job is to sit here and look pretty. I told you guys this when I made her.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So, So,
No, can't
once
repeat
she
this
gets back, then the cameras will go into their rightful position. But until then, Rhogar, you get to be in Eurydice's window there. So,
one.
all right.
Oh,
So
my head hurts now.
now, as you continue walking towards the path hideout, it is mid afternoon or so. What are you planning on doing when you get there?
I mean, I was just following Eurydice's.
Okay.
I think we're gonna go see God, I already forgot their names. Juan
Mm-hmm.
and
Hector?
other one? Hector. I should write down their names.
All right.
Sorry guys. Don't worry, y'all will be worthy allies of mine. Yeah, I
Juan and
think
Hector.
that's the main plan.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll wait for Eurydice to get back then for you guys to continue on. So, in the meantime, Diana, lunch is served. As
Fucking
midday comes around, lunch is served. This time, it is that robed and hooded half-orc.
Mm.
He steps in, and he actually pulls out a little tinder to light the candle with it, and then takes the food, sets it on the chair in front of you, and he sits on the bed. And he just
So,
sits there.
knowing my luck, this isn't probably going to end very well. But my curiosity is getting the better of me. Can you tell me more about you guys? Not like the contract or the job or whatever else. I'm just talking stories.
Why would I tell you that?
Because I'm probably going to die by the end of this anyway, and I'd like to at least hear some really interesting stories about a really well-known group of mercenaries before I die.
Interesting.
Look,
What
my entire life is
mercenaries?
about learning things and learning stories. I at least want to maintain that before death.
We're not mercenaries, first off. We're bounty hunters.
Doesn't make me feel better about my chances of survival.
Why wouldn't it? We're just taking the bounty, bringing you in, getting the property returned to its rightful owner, and then, well, they'll take you to the courts and let justice be served.
Yeah, I asked about the whole property thing and if there's actual proof that she owned the items, given she got the item from a really shady pirate. Not to mention, the only reason we took the damn thing in the first place is because, we would rather not watch the world get destroyed.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh! She didn't tell you what they're used for?
All I know is we need the knuckle bones and the tablet. That's the property of our client.
So she didn't mention giant dark evil magic that'll destroy the world and kill everybody inside of it.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah, I wish. Would have made my life a lot easier.
Well,
Because, believe me, I'd rather be in a tavern getting coin thrown at me and drinks poured down my throat. But no, I got roped into this mess. And now I'm chained to a wall. And quite frankly, I don't know if it's even worth it anymore. Because these aren't comfortable. This sleeping arrangement isn't comfortable. Although I have to ask, who keeps cooking? Because the food is phenomenal.
we buy it.
Aww. And here I was hoping I could compliment one of your cooking. Damn.
Yeah. No. Well, I guess she's probably the best cook out of the group.
The one that looks like she wants to stab me?
Varain, she doesn't want to stab you. She just wants you to admit the truth. And then we do our business.
Look, I don't even know if the tablet we have is even a real one. The reason I say that is because Jacob, the blind wizard, the one that wanted the tablet, has a notorious habit of creating fakes.
Roll a persuasion.
I'm pulling it up. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
$25.
Okay. Well, then why don't you just pull it out and show us so we can determine if it's a fake or not?
Diana's gonna tug at the chains. Like,
But where is it?
unmentionable.
He looks confused for a moment. And I have to see if he's actually smart enough to understand. No. No, not smart enough to understand. Well. Could you maybe mention it?
Oh, honey. So, for me to get to the tablet, I would have to unrobe, and I would really rather not, no offense.
Yeah.
So, hence the whole being chained bit makes that difficult.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're a swell guy. I'm sure you wouldn't do anything bad, but I really don't feel
No.
comfortable suddenly stripping in front of somebody
No.
random that has me chained to a wall.
No, I don't need to see that. Just eat your food.
I'm back.
So, although I have to ask,
We
do you know anything about something called the Blackest Heart? Like at all? Any of you?
I don't.
Any chance the
Varain
others might?
Varain might. She knows many, many things. Hold on.
So,
He gets up without a word, and even if you started to speak, he just gets up, goes out the door,
oh,
leaves the door open. You hear him walking a little ways. Then and you hear some kind of muffled voices. She's got some interesting things to say. You would talk. Yes, I'll be there. Just go.
sitting there bouncing.
few moments later, you see the elf walk in. She says, "So, you do have the tablet on you, but you claim it is fake?"
It might be, honestly. I don't know. He does all the weird identify stuff. I just sit here and look cute.
And he said you asked some question about
Yeah.
some heart?
So, ever heard of something called the Blackest Heart?
And the dice gods say, you see her face kind of actually just kind of go from its just neutral, unemotional look to the corners of her mouth kind of turn down. Her lips purse a little bit. And she gets this strange look, like she's concentrating for a second. I'll need to see the tablet.
Okay. So, I am going to be 100% honest with you here on this, alright? You're bounty hunters, which means generally your moral code only gets swayed by coin. However, I'm taking a shot in the dark here, seeing as all of you have seemed... You're not beating me, you're not hurting me, and quite frankly, the Orca guy seemed really nice about the whole fact of I don't feel comfortable stripping in front of all of you. So, clearly you're not monsters. So, I'll work with you about the tablet. But, what I pull out of the pouch is what I decide to pull out of the pouch. Deal? Because there is a reason I asked about if you knew what the Blackest Heart was. A very, very, very good reason, and I'm really hoping you'll at least have some sense of anything to listen and hear me out.
Roll persuasion.
Please? I'm so glad I have such a high persuasion.
And you do have an advantage if you need it, because chat has
Nat
been
20,
generous.
so I got
to
a
you guys.
27.
Jeez. You guys.
Hey!
So, let's just roll this insight here.
And, like, I'm not
Okay.
lying. Like, she's being completely honest.
Yes. Well, still, it's...
Yeah.
So, she goes, fine, show me the tablet then.
Can you unchain me? I won't do anything. I won't attack you. I won't shift into a fox. Like, I legitimately need you to unchain me so I can get to it.
She puts her pointer finger to her forehead with her thumb down at her chin, her other finger's out in front of her. She concentrates for a little bit, and then you see her hands move and gesture ever so slightly. And she touches the holy symbol of Istis. And then, pop, pop, the manacles open.
Thank you. And Dinah will rub her wrist for a second, and then she'll stand up, and she can watch her reach behind her and start to undo the corset.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll hold it in place, and then she'll reach into the side and pull out the bag of holding.
Okay.
And she'll open it and she'll look, she's like, okay, that's the bagpipes. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Definitely not that. That's pointy. And then she'll pull out the tablet. And she'll close the bag of holding again, tuck the tablet under her arm, put the bag of holding back, and then redo her corset so it's tightened back up.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll hold the tablet out to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I legitimately have no idea if this is real or not. He makes fakes often.
She takes it from you and she looks at it. She stares at it for a long while, and you see her mouth moving ever so slightly as if she's mouthing the words.
Do you know what it says? Because it looks
Then-
like gibbledygook to me.
Then you see her eyes go really, really big. And she says, "It can't be."
Mind filling me in, please?
This tablet is a clue to the place of this blackest heart thing.
Okay, cool. That means it'll be easier for you to believe me. Look,
It seems
The
to
knuckle-
be
yes.
a piece that controls the elements.
Yeah. So now that you know, so that piece is exactly that. It's a piece. There's a lot of them, and we kind of got forced with the instruction and thing of having to make sure others don't get their hands on the pieces, because if they do and they get reunited, it will legitimately destroy the world. Like, everything goes poof, including shiny coin and bounties in your lives. Mine too, and I'd really rather not die. So, here's the problem. We didn't... Okay. The Knucklebones, as far as we know, have no actual owner. They are supposed to be with the church. And we got told if we don't get the bones, we don't get the piece of the stone they have, which has the capabilities of literally sucking the life out of everything around it and summoning demons. So, if I don't do the thing, something else happens, and more destruction, and more evil, and more death. So, quite literally, I don't give a fuck about the tablet. I'm glad you can translate it, because it means shit to me. But I have to get these Knucklebones back to the church. That's where we were told who owned them.
Well, first off, you need to know something about me. And your misconception multiple times that we are
Apologize for
mercenaries
offending you.
and that we do this for the money. This is about law and order. You have been branded as criminals. I have here, and she pulls out from a pouch at her side, she pulls a small scroll and unrolls it, turns it around to face you, and you see clearly on it that this looks like a full-on legal document with the seal of the capital city of Oceanica and the Oceanica Guard for basically a warrant for a female matching your description, a male matching Jacob's description, a centaur, a halfling, and a fairly large shifter with wolf-like features.
Ow.
And it says, you know, and as you look through it, it is all very accurate to as far as who you are. I mean, there's no doubt about they're talking about you guys, and it's also accurate as to the aggrieved. In other words, Lady Redstone, Lord and Lady Redstone, and their property of the Knucklebones and the tablet. According to this, you have committed a crime. And therefore, you must go to jail. You must go to the courts. Our duty is to take you to the aggrieved, who has made arrangements with the city guard of Oceanica to take you into custody and put you through the courts for a proper trial. However, you have given me much to consider.
I can prove I have a piece of the stone and I'm not pulling it out of my ass. I can prove that's what we've been doing. I have a piece of it on me.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking,
Why?
really? You're not pulling it out of your ass? But
Rhinestone butt plug.
but she says, I have some business to attend to. We will talk more later.
Can I stay out
Again-
of the cuffs? They
Again, her
hurt.
fingers go up,
Please.
wiggles, and the cuffs and the chains reach out and snap around your wrists and lock in place.
Can I at least talk to the orc again? He was really nice. And the gnome. They're really friendly.
They are good people.
Also, sorry about the whole misconception thing. It's just all the stories I know about you guys are what I was saying. So, I really am sorry. But
As
hey,
long
this will
as
make for a hell of a story if I survive.
As long as the air is cleared. She then turns, steps out, and says, you hear her say, Seta. Watch her. Your turn still. And the half-orc, you see him making his way back in. And now, at this point, we are going to actually run the contest, so
I have a. Aw.
hold on. So whoever is in the contest, this is your last chance to actually get in the contest for the nice, wonderful Wizard's Dice Tower from Fate's End Dice Towers and an official TOGG dice bag. So remember, the keyword is forget, Forget. This is your last chance to do it before I go ahead and run it. So I'm going to give it a count of 5. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and our winner is Queen Kaya has just won the giveaway. Congratulations, Queen Kaya. So, here's what's going to happen. I am going to go ahead and send you a whisper. This way I can... Alright. There we go. So I've sent a whisper just to make sure I've got that up, and I will be contacting you after the stream to get your contact information so that we can go ahead and get those things shipped out to you. Congratulations. I hope you're going to have fun with that. I've actually gotten to test out one of those Wizard Tower dice towers and roll dice in it, and it's really cool. It's even got on one of the side where one of the little kind of balcony kind of sits, you can actually just sit a die there. So I'd put my D20 right there and just wait. Oh, time to roll. Okay. So they're pretty cool. All right. So that's it for our giveaway. And now we head right back into the thick of it. All right, so Eurydice and Rhogar.
Yes.
You were heading towards the path hideout, and Rhogar said to maybe see Juan and Hector, and he was just kind of following you, Eurydice. So, what I want you to do is come up with a plan on what you're gonna do, because I need to see how Zeroth's time out in the woods has been treating him.
Oh, I was just gonna go in and re-explain the situation to Mr. Dude,
Okay.
the second in command.
Okay. All right. So we'll get to.
Apparently, some job of that.
All right. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. But Zeroth. So it is approaching late afternoon here. You have been out there. Did you want to hunt for anything else?
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm gonna head back. Don't want to
Okay.
get too dumb.
All right. As you're heading back, you actually run into a couple people that are running around, and like literally run into them. And what you see is kind of surprising to you, because you've never actually seen one before, and especially not one that is mixed in this way. It seems to be an elf, but not fully. Not an elf like Eurydice, but an elf with darker skin. But you've heard tales of elves with really, really dark skin. This one doesn't seem... It's like it's kind of somewhere in the middle.
Like a mocha.
Yeah. And he, like, literally is kind of running and just bounces off of you. And he kind of falls right on his butt, and he looks up, and the very first thing he says is, "Cole, there you... Oh, wait. You're not Cole. Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't...
Race stereotypes.
All Goliaths look alike.
Apparently. He said...
I didn't know how to just Cole, so...
But I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to run into you. I thought you were one of my friends. I'm looking for him. We're going all around the city, and he is just blathering
So do you
on.
normally just full on blast into your friends, or do you actually keep an eye out to look before you blast into them?
Well, you stopped so suddenly because he actually hit you. He actually hit you in from behind, and like bounced off you.
So then he was running right towards me and
He was
saw
running-
me the entire time, and
And
then
then you
just
s-
plows
you-
right into me.
You stopped, and when you stopped
No,
walking,
I'm sorry.
boom.
In a traffic jam situation, he's at fault.
Yeah,
I'm
the
at a
insurance is
standstill.
definitely gonna hook you up. He's at 100% at fault according to your insurance. So,
I hurt my tail hitch.
but I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. And he just starts going a mile in a minute. He's like, it's just, I mean, you're big. You look like Cole. I mean, you're actually kind of wearing similar stuff. Well, actually, Cole's is a little bit different. But anyway, but we're looking for my girl. I just
For your girl.
yeah. Well,
Who is she?
she was gonna be at one time. I just
Oh.
Nah.
So did she leave you or what?
Did she leave you?
no. It's a really long
You're
story.
chasing her.
It's
I
a
can
really
understand that
long
sometimes.
story. Yeah. Well, it's
No, I mean
A
you
lot
like talking.
happened.
You might just speed through it.
I am. Well,
No, I'm not saying
Have
that
you
to be
seen
rude.
an-
I'm
have you
legitimately
seen
saying
it-
that because you talk fast.
well, I'm sorry. I mean, it's just like, well, she's like this tall. He puts his hand up. And, I mean, she's...
Do I need a SWAT
so
to see how
beautiful.
tall?
No,
She's
it's...
got those eyes and
Yeah.
those hair and that smile.
No, I mean,
Okay,
you don't
as
have
much
to.
as
He's
the
actually...
personality's
he's-
nice to go on, I need actual description.
Yes. Well, she's actually... he's actually a lot taller than you would have thought. Seeing an elf.
I was gonna
He's
say,
like-
I thought you were gonna say taller than you. It'd be like,
no,
God
no,
damn.
no. He's like 6 foot though, so he's not super short. But when he puts his hand out, you're estimating that's got to be like 5 foot something. Like
Okay.
it's a good foot shorter than him that he puts his hand out. And he's like, well,
Okay.
she's like that tall. She's got brown hair, beautiful brown hair, and she's gorgeous. I mean, and her
Yeah?
name is Aralia,
What else?
and he starts.
Her name is what?
Aralia.
Malaria?
No, Aralia.
Oh, Aralia. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, my hearing's not quite that great.
It's okay. I mean, I get the same thing from Cole, so I can up there the sound doesn't reach so
What are you trying to say? Just
The-
different altitude than you? Huh?
it's just it's the if he starts stammering it's the air density and the vibrate and my voice is kind of high, so it doesn't. It's not your fault. I mean it's me and I'm sorry.
I love this. Keep talking.
And he and he's
All
like,
right. So besides that, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous, and she has beautiful, gorgeous brown hair,
yeah.
and she's this tall. What else does she look like? And her name's Aralia.
Her name's Aralia, and I'm trying to find the description. Actually, why don't you describe her, Eurydice?
Oh, Aralia looks like she's got blue eyes, and she's got a scar
Like
across the
Eurydice's
bridge.
clothes on.
No, she has a scar across the bridge of her nose, a scar on her left cheek. She has long brown hair.
Get your hands.
Well, I've always had to do that. I always have to do that. And
You're looking at the camera when you're texting it.
shut up. And she's got a scar on her right elbow.
She's got a lot of scars.
She's got a lot of scars. She's very pale. And that's about it.
All right, so Zeroth.
Do you recognize that
Oh,
description?
Usually wears purple.
So
Where's
Zeroth,
what?
Purple.
purple.
Purple. Purple.
Yeah, you recognize exactly who he's talking about. The description matches Eurydice to a T. But before you can say
Aside from the
anything,
scar,
aside from the scar on the neck, but before you can say anything about it, as you're standing right there, you all of a sudden hear, Lee! I think we saw her over this way! From down, gotta be like a couple blocks down, poking around the corner. You can see what looks to be like some kind of, a little bit, it's a ways away, a couple blocks down, but looks to be about average height, and humanoid, but there seems to be like fire licking up and down this person's arms. and their face seems and head and everything seems like this fiery red color, almost as if it's actually on fire.
Did you say
And
they
he's-
again?
And he's saying, "Lee, come on!" And Lee's like, "Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And he's kind of like circling around you and with his hands up, like, "I'm really sorry about this." And then he takes off running in that direction.
Oh, my perfect little dumbass. I love him.
You said they were dumbasses, so
Oh,
they
I
are
know.
dumbasses.
They are dumbasses, and it's perfect.
Okay then. What am I supposed to do with this information? I guess I'm just gonna head back to the inn, and when I find Eurydice, I'm just gonna say some weird elf guy ran full force into my backside, and then described you, but all he could say was that you were beautiful and gorgeous.
All right.
Like,
So-
if you ever got abducted, do not ask this man what was transpiring,
All right.
because all he will describe is that you were sweet.
Oh.
So now Eurydice and Rhogar. So you arrive at the path hideout. You know the way. You know the tricks to getting in. And as far as the members are concerned, you are members, albeit new and possibly probationary. You are members.
Oh.
Eurydice will she'll turn to Rhogar and be like, "Where's the
The
Yeah,
boss,
where's the-
dude, second command.
oh man, where
yeah.
his
Come on, I know the way.
like that? You say that like you've been here longer than me.
I mean, technically speaking, I did come here one time without you, so I technically have.
No, I mean like a member.
Oh yeah, no. No, I just found the way last time I was here. You know, the path does things like that. Anywho, it's over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I'll
Eurydice
take her the way.
will knock on the door loudly,
Oh, God.
All right.
and then she'll get back and she's got her arms crossed and she's standing all sassily.
Yeah, Rhogar does the same, but behind her.
Okay.
It's like 2 steps.
If she dies first, I'm out.
A few moments later, the door opens, and there stands Lasius, looking at you. What?
So I heard that he explained things stupidly to you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna
Okay.
backfire.
What exactly did he say? Because he's a dumbass and I can't trust him with what he says.
You'll have to remind me as a DM what exactly what you're in regards to, so I can try to remember.
Yeah, what do you
I
want to
know
know?
I know he let it slip that we're in the same party as the other.
Okay,
We're
that.
trying to-
Okay, that part. All right. Yeah. He mentioned that you were traveling with the others before all this went down.
See, here's the thing. I just met them like a couple days ago, so I have no loyalty to them. He met them like a week ago. He has no loyalty to them either. So we're just gonna yoink it when we can, and then
Oh, I'm also gonna kill them.
Okay. All right, so that will be a deception check.
Since I am 5 feet near her, and I did say something, could I give her the help action?
I'm using using my advantage.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There you go. I was like, I'm thinking my health is pretty
21.
good. Oh,
21. All right. Okay,
that's easy for me.
so let's just see what his insight is on this.
Passive insight 100.
Really? Okay, interesting. Huh. All right. So, what's the exact plan? And by the way, where's the elf?
Oh, her. We found her trail. She left the city. We plan to trail her with the party that we're going with. Because we're going the same way. And we will bring her back to you as soon as we get the rock, and that's the plan. And our plan is for the rock to befriend them, play the long con, and befriend them, then give us the hand us the rock, and then yoink, we're guitars.
God.
And
She's starting to mess up.
Okay.
talking was her dude.
I know. The worst thing is like you're just reiterating the stuff that I said, just in a
I
more
didn't hear
condensed. I know.
No.
Rhogar, that's why Rogar's just shaking his head like, oh man.
And then she's like, so now that's all cool. We're gonna go say hi to a couple people.
Okay.
We're on our lunch break.
Before you go, you pulled this off. And, well, you know who will be very pleased.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and just in case, he turns around, walks into his room for a second, opens a drawer, reaches in there, pulls out a little pouch, hands it to you, Eurydice. It says, if you need it, okay, keep this on you for an emergency. If they turn on you once you get that rock, throw this down, and when this goes off, it'll give you a chance to escape.
Is this my dust of sneezing and choking?
Just hold on to it. This is
it!
it's very useful. This is something we use this trick a lot. Hold on to this.
Okay, but I was asking you that, DM.
Oh, you don't know.
Oh no, well, we're gonna go say hi to our friends, and then while we're doing that, I'm gonna look and see like what this stuff is.
Okay, when you open it up, it looks like some kind of powder.
Pockets.
It looks like some kind of powder. There looks to be like little flecks in it. Some of them look like maybe on a closer inspection, maybe little iron flecks, ferrous material. Interesting.
Can she just like take just like the tiniest bit of it and just look at it?
Don't
Just-
squish it on the screen.
Yeah, don't squish that powder on the screen. That would be bad.
No. There was a bug on my laptop screen, so I was telling him not to actually like squish it.
All right, so you're trying to investigate this? Give me an investigation check.
I'm just watching over her shoulder.
12.
Okay. As you're messing with a little bit of this powder, it all of a sudden, as you kind of look at it, I got some on your fingertips and kind of rubbing it a little bit together to try to figure out what it is. It all of a sudden explodes in a small explosion. You take 2 points of damage to your hand as it explodes and a cloud of dust about 5 times as big as that small explosion kind
Oh
of
my
occupies
God.
that space for a little bit. And it's just like
Oh,
smoke and
no.
dust. Yeah,
Well,
that,
now we
that
know
was
why you
painful.
come from a band of dumbasses.
That was painful.
Eurydice
Hmm.
is the smart one.
I
Shay's
can't,
the smart
I can't
one.
believe this.
She's
Eurydice,
the smart
what
one.
was that?
Can you read it? Is it just dusty smoke stuff?
You're asking
or is she
Lassius?
sneezing?
No, you're not
I-
sneezing or anything.
Sneezing, nor choking?
You're not sneezing or choking or anything. It's just... It seems like this causes an explosion that, for the size of the bag, I mean, you're looking at it, it's like a baseball, except as a sack. The size of the bag, it's probably going to make a pretty big explosion, probably hurt people pretty good, and with the amount of smoke that came off just that little bit that you did put in your fingers, yeah, that's probably going to cover a very large area with smoke and obscure people's vision and make it very hard for you to be for them to see where you're going.
Eurydice just smiles and she's like, pocket sand.
Since Rhogar's been in a war before, do I possibly might have a chance to know what this is?
I would say give me a history check. Also, you notice, easily, both of you, that in order to open the bag, you had to loosen this. It had like a little leather strips, kind of cinched around it. And then to cinch it up tight, there was a little metal disc that the leather strips kind of went through it, and then you push it up tight, and it's got the little wavy symbol of the path on it.
Well,
Personalized explosives, man.
Yeah, I rolled a 19, but my history is a -1, so I got an 18.
That's more than enough.
Oh, shit.
You've seen stuff like this used. It's just pretty rare. You've seen it like once or twice, and you know that those that had it and used it, those were like high up people who probably spent a lot of money, because this is something that is very, very new. It's not.
Basically a smoke bomb.
It's whatever it is. It's not in production a lot.
It's like the darkness spell, but it hurts.
Yeah.
It is a smoke bomb.
Some kind of explosive, smoky bomb thing, yes. All right. So
I've seen one of these once, Eurydice. Or do you want me to call you by your other name now? I'm confused.
Let's go with Eurydice.
Okay, let's keep it easy.
Because then I'll get confused. Because I don't know that name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true. Code
And
names. That's your code name.
Yeah, it's my code name. That was me laughing. Not Eurydice.
I was like, damn, Eurydice, it wasn't that funny. This is very serious.
I'll tell you the joke later.
Oh, gosh.
The metagame joke.
all right. So
And then off to see Hector and Juan.
Yes, we're our best friends.
So
I need
you're
to check on them.
So you're heading off to see Hector and Juan. You find them. They seem to be in their usual fun place. The kind of main gathering area where there's several tables and chairs. And once again, there they are. Mugs in hand, cards in the other, some money on the table, some food sitting on plates next to them, and a couple other members sitting there with them, and they're having a pretty good time.
Before we get to the table, I looked at Eurydice real quick, and I'm like, is that all they do? Is that their job here? Is just to drink and play cards?
What else do you expect them to do?
I mean, I'm new to this whole like path thing. I think you're new too, so I wasn't sure. I thought this was like an evil organization.
Yeah,
It's
but
just like a clubhouse.
Criminals don't have to criminal all the time.
I mean, I had a criminal a lot when I had a criminal. Do you know how many hours I put into one freaking document? Way too many.
Yeah, but us regular criminals don't criminal all the time.
Oh. I need to
they're
go ahead
probably
and let the. Sure. Oh yeah. I guess this could be a form of guarding.
All right.
Onwards, and she goes to Hector and Juan, and she just she gets, like, hugs Hector from behind, like, hello.
Wow, we're real friendly.
Hector just kind of looks up at you and he goes, "Hey!" as he lifts up his mug. And he's like, "So, how's it going?"
Drunk.
You.
He's drunk on the job.
Yep. and him and Juan and the other two guys, they all just start laughing. Yeah. Yes. Drinks. Oh, and they start chugging some more. And then Hector turns and he goes, "Join us. Just sit down. Sit down. See if you can win some money off of Juan here. He's been cleaning the house."
Drink, because I've got a thing to do tonight. So,
Yeah.
neither will Rhogar, Mr. Emo.
What? I'm emo?
Are you wearing mostly black?
It's my new religion. I found my way.
Okay.
Who knew the path could lead me to the path? My God.
It's multiple paths apparently. There's like
Yeah.
pathception going on.
This is crazy. This is gonna be weird. Could I talk to, like, just casually talk to like the group and, like, you know, just ask about their jobs? But I'm just trying to like gauge where they are in like a social standing. Like, how good would these be as like church members? Like, inciting on their
So you're trying to see if any of these individuals here are of a mindset that would lend themselves to be good followers of Tenebris.
yeah, like I'm just
Okay.
trying to gauge their work ethic. You know, this is like during the hiring process. I have to do this. You know, I need to see their resume.
All right. So you go about questioning them over the course of a few hands of poker, and they are continuing to drink. And
You're rid of
it's
drinking, but like he's actively playing the game. Is she? How am I doing?
I'll play the game too.
I would say go ahead and are you proficient in playing cards?
No.
No. Let me
But
guess.
I am
Dice
sleight
set.
of hand.
I am good at sleight of hand.
No.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand? Okay. Okay. So you're going to sleight of hand.
I only have thieves' tools.
Okay. So you're going to try to sleight of hand. So, yes, if you guys are going to play,
Yes.
I'll say it's going to be 3 hands that are going to go by as Rhogar is kind of trying to get information out of them. And over the course of those 3 hands, I will need 3 sleight of hand rolls from each of you if you're both going to try this.
All right, I'll just roll 3
Okay,
dice.
so I got a 10,
Yeah.
a 12, and a 21.
Okay, so say those again.
10, 12, 21.
10, 12, 21 amongst Oh, actually, I should roll
Oh, I'm
8
pumped
because
about
I got to
this.
do. I'm ignoring that one because I got to do because they're all drunk.
Yeah, roll with this.
Okay, so nope. Yeah. Now I gotta look here. Okay, so no. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. And second one.
Jesus. Because I'm going to forget.
Okay. And last one. No, no, no. Okay. So. And Rhogar, did you roll as well?
Yeah,
He put his numbers in the-
21, 23, and 18. I would forget by the time.
Okay. Okay, so 21, 23, and 18. All right,
Yeah,
so
the 23 was a nat 20. Shout
nice,
out.
nice.
I only won.
So, what's your passive perception there, Rhogar?
11.
11. Okay. So, Eurydice, you notice that seems to be kind of the norm to how they're playing these cards.
Yeah.
Is it seems like everyone is doing it. You notice Rhogar is doing it as well, but so are all four of these drunk fools, and they're drunk, so they're kind of obvious. But
Like taking a card out of someone's hand.
yep, but
Go fit.
the first two hands, Rhogar actually takes the pot, and you figure that at least a couple of them noticed your sleight of hand and, kind of adjusted accordingly. So even while drunk, some of them are pretty observant. And that last hand, however, before I give out the results, how much are you all betting? I'll say the maximum you can put in is 50. So Rhogar,
Eurydice would put.
Okay,
She's feeling gutsy.
okay, Rhogar, you got in the first pot, you managed to clean up approximately. You got 24 gold in the first hand.
Okay.
And 37 in the second.
Okay. Yeah, Rogar's probably only wagering like 25. He knows his money is like it's a little tight right now.
Okay. And then Eurydice, you're putting in 50.
Yeah,
for the
like
last hand?
she's splitting it up throughout for the first she'll just put in 10, then
Okay.
she'll put in like another 10, and then she'll put the rest in the last.
Okay, so you've lost 20. You put in 30 in the last pot. And Rhogar, how much are you putting in?
So I feel like I feel like the first one he would play it safe. So the first one he probably put in like 5, the second one 15, and then the last one he knows it's probably going to come to an end. So like 10, that's 25, right? No, that is not 20. That's 30.
No, that's 30.
So yeah, I bet 30 then.
Well, you
Okay.
you had more gold. You had taken the pot, so you had
Sure,
more bet.
yeah. I felt more confident.
Never bet past what your original intention
Mhm.
was. Anything you win in,
Yep.
anything you earn from your winnings,
So-
always set aside and continue to bet with the original amount.
Okay, so Eurydice. You win the last pot.
Hmm?
Yay.
And with that, you take 4 plus. You take 34 gold as your winning, plus your original 30 that was in there. So it was actually 64 was the total pot. Okay, but 30 of it you already had. So you got 34 more gold. Rhogar, you ended up losing that last 10, but you're still at like 41. You had like 51 total before that you won.
Yeah.
I think it was. So you still have a net gain of 41. So you guys did pretty good against the drunk fools. And then, what you learn, Rhogar, over the course of the time is that, for one, they enjoy drinking a lot. They also enjoy their jobs. And in particular, Juan.
Oh, no.
Juan really likes the intrigue of and the respect he gets as a member of the path. But he likes subterfuge. And Hector, he seems like he's kind of interested in the fact that, well, rich people have too much stuff. Poor people don't have enough. I'm poor compared to that councilman. So, I should just even it out. If I take
Good
some of
logic.
his stuff and
Selfishly.
I got some more then, and he's got a little less, we're closer to the same.
That's a good outlook for let's rob the Paylor churches.
He said, but, of course, we all do this for the reason. And they all go, the reason. They slam
What's the
their money
reason?
What's the reason?
down.
Is it
Juan looks
all
at you and
because
goes,
love being criminal?
You were at the ritual. You saw.
Oh yeah,
You mean
that.
getting
Sorry,
the? Oh yeah.
that reason.
So
The big boss.
oh, the big boss.
What? The pieces.
Why do you guys want the? I was never filled in on that.
Yeah.
Do you guys know the whole plan, or are we
logistics?
just looking for the one piece? For the
When
pieces.
when the boss gets his way and everything comes together, things are gonna be sweet for us.
So basically, he's looking to change the way the world works.
He's gonna get us all set up. Gonna be new people in charge, new governments. None of this stupid
That's what I
crap with the kingdoms. It's all gonna be different. It's gonna be so much better because then we'll be in charge. The people. That's right.
Oh no. Which one said that?
Well, that's the word from the boss.
No,
Well,
he was asking which character.
Yeah, which character?
That was one of the ones you haven't gotten the name of.
Oh, thank the Lord. Hector can still be saved in Juan. That guy's gotta go. I want to be a king. I really want to ask a question, but like, it's not the time. Rhogar would know it's not the time.
Okay.
Tenebris
All right.
has not laid the path out.
All right, so now everyone's kind of had their afternoon block of time. So now we're moving
Talk
into
to the people more.
yep, and you're about to.
Okay.
We're doing the evening block of time. This is going to be before it is time to meet. Okay? So this is going to cover a few hours in the evening before you would all have to go
'Cause-
and meet at the old church.
Diana wants to ask if she can send a message to the group. Because now she feels bad.
All right. Well, So, Diana, since you have an idea what you want to do, we'll go with you. So, who are you asking?
Well, first, she's gonna be talking to the orc for a little bit about random shit. Literally, there's no point to her conversation at first. But the more she talks to him, she's gonna pause and go, you, I, fairly confident you contacted Jacob. Can I ask how?
Boss did that.
Cool. Any chance you can do it again?
Why?
Cause I'm pretty sure they're all gonna come here and try to kill you all, and I'd like to try and prevent that.
I wouldn't.
You've all been really nice and kind of understanding, and I really would rather not see any of you get hurt if it's avoidable.
That's very kind of you. I'll tell the boss to send a message.
Like, I mean, I did better. So, do all of you follow Tenebris?
Who's Tenebris? She follows Istis.
It's just my bad. So do all of you follow Istis?
No. I follow Varain. She's the leader. I have no use for gods.
So, what made you all become a group to begin with? Bounty hunters, no less.
Long story.
I clearly have time.
He kind of nods at that. And then, hold on one sec. Alright, here. Says, well, I kind of met Varain and Brennan, the little guy, about 2 years ago. And, well, they had some bigger jobs, more difficult bounties, and needed a hand. They needed a little bit of muscle. Bumped into them, said they needed a hand, I needed work. We thought we'd give it a shot. And, well, we work well as a team. And have each other's backs. Then, well, Kale, that kid, yeah, he was bumming around in one of the towns we were in about a month after I joined up. Poor kid apparently had been trying to get in with a group to get some work for a long, long time. Don't know what it was about him, but Varain said we'll give him a shot, but all he can do is carry our equipment and stay in the back away from any danger until, well, she kind of enlisted me to train him. But first bounty we got on with that kid turned out to be a lot more than we thought. And out of the blue, he jumps into the fray and turns into a frickin' tiger. Never seen that shit before.
Really? You're not used to were creatures or shifters?
Not like that. Not from a scrawny kid. Wasn't expecting it. Honestly, kind of scared the shit out of me first time I saw it happen because I didn't know what the hell was going on.
And all I get is a tiny little snoot and a fluffy ass tail.
Well, he gets a lot more than that.
Yeah. I just
But,
turn into a tiny little fluff ball.
Yeah. At least, well, at least he's good in a fight. And he's loyal. And he obeys orders.
And
But
sniffs people.
only when he's ordered to.
Still kind of weird. Like, I understand why. It just, the whiskers, it feels weird. Now I feel bad for everybody I've sniffed.
It's just a thing he does. I don't get it, but it works. Anyway, it's a good group.
Yeah, sadly the only one I'm actually close to out of everyone is Jacob. I mean, we had the halfling and the centaur and the one with the big scary teeth traveling with us for a while, but halfling went poof. Centaur decided to go be a horse for an elf. And then Oak had other family obligations and had to stay behind. So it's just me and Jacob now that have actual crap we have to do.
Well,
And not to mention, then there was this whole bullshit while we were at the fucking ball at the Redstones, and the dumbass horse decided to yell, "This is an assassination of all fucking things." We weren't there to hurt anybody. We just wanted the fucking items. That's all we were recruited for.
thieving, still thieving. Still makes you a criminal. And you'll have to
Yeah,
answer-
only
don't pin this
reason
on
we did-
Galdor.
and you'll have
The
to
only
answer
reason
for
we
your
did
crimes.
the thing is to stop the stones from getting put back together so things don't go boom. Did you know there's an entire organization trying to collect these things? Do you know how many times they have tried to kill us?
There's always somebody wanting something, trying to do something or other. Always the case.
I just don't want people to die. Is that so bad? Literally, all I want is to just make people laugh and enjoy stories. That's all I wanted out of anything. And now I'm stuck collecting stones and protecting people and having to do this and that and the other, and now I'm stuck inside a room, shackled to a wall, when I don't want to be shackled to a wall. Normally when I'm tied up, it's by choice, not like this.
You're abusing.
I try to be. That's the only thing I have in life. My face and my humor. That's about it. I'm not even good with my own magic.
Well,
Literally, I get spooked and I drop ice cubes on people. Do you know how useless that is?
honestly, I have no idea.
It's not fun. It's not easy.
I don't deal with that stuff.
Be thankful. Be very, very thankful. Magic is a whole lot of nothing if you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Well, and you've been conversing with him for quite a while, and you have this, kind of a little bit of a rapport going as you're kind of bantering back and forth a little bit. But eventually, time continues on. It starts getting further into the evening. And before we continue on there, so, Zeroth, what did you want to do in the hours leading up to the time for the meeting?
Um. I'll probably just prep my gear. Just pretty much just waiting.
Okay.
Kind of hard to do stuff when the main guys AWOL at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yep. All right. Eurydice and Rhogar, what are you guys doing for the evening prior to the meetup?
Um,
Magic for dummies.
well, I assume they're just walking back.
Damn, guys!
All right, say that again.
I assume they're just walking back to the inn to meet up with everyone.
Okay. All right. So if that's what you guys are gonna do,
The tweet masses.
no, you don't see any more of them at this time. However, as you're
Thank God, no dumbasses in sight.
as you're almost getting back to the inn, once again that name, Aralia, just kind of comes into your mind again, and you're like, just the familiarity and thinking of who is Aralia? Am I Aralia? Is that really me? I don't get it. I just don't understand right now. And then you and Rhogar continue to go into the inn, and you see Zeroth there, sharpening his axe, prepping his gear, Jake up there checking his spell components, verifying everything is ready. And Diana, back in your room, all of a sudden, you hear, "It's time." And the half-orc sits up, goes, "See you in a bit." Walks out the door, closes it, and that is where we are going to end for tonight,
Oh, spooky.
as the party preps for battle, with hopefully their wizard in tow next week. So,
Otherwise, we're gonna have to stall even longer.
yes,
I don't think that's gonna be possible.
if that's the case, I'm going to tell him ahead of time, look, if you're not ready and sick for next week, we gotta have someone else play your character, or I just need to know ahead of time, because then maybe we'll, take a break for a week on this and do a one-shot. Okay, so we'll just have to see. Thank everyone for coming. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the stream and enjoyed the story so far. I was really hoping we'd get to combat tonight, but unfortunately our wizard wasn't here, so we kind of had to push it off for another episode. It would have been nice to have this combat during our 1-year anniversary, but hey, it's still fun, and I'm glad you got to give away something cool for the 1-year anniversary, so that's awesome. Congratulations, Queen Kaya. And we hope to see you again next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday night. And you guys have a good night. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.